Hey, you ever felt totally broke, like ramen for every meal, can't afford a coffee broke? It's a feeling that gnaws at you, making every day a struggle. You wake up with a pit in your stomach, knowing that your bank account is on life support. Every little expense feels like a mountain, and the idea of treating yourself to something as simple as a coffee seems like a distant dream. I've been there. Big time. I remember those days vividly, the constant worry, the endless calculations of how to stretch every dollar, and the overwhelming sense of despair. It felt like I was stuck in a never-ending cycle of financial stress with no way out in sight. A few years ago, I was drowning in student loan debt, working a dead-end job and feeling completely lost. My dreams seemed so far out of reach, buried under a mountain of bills and responsibilities. I was just going through the motions day in and day out with no real sense of purpose or direction. My bank account was practically begging for mercy. Every time I checked it, I felt a wave of panic wash over me. How would I let things get this bad? It was a constant source of anxiety, a reminder of how far I was from the life I wanted to live. It was beyond frustrating. I knew I was capable of more, but I felt trapped. Trapped in a job that drained my energy and offered no room for growth. Trapped in a financial situation that seemed impossible to escape. I felt like I was suffocating, with no way to break free. Like so many people, I thought starting a business was for those with trust funds or some magical formula. I would spend hours scrolling through social media, looking at successful entrepreneurs and wondering what secret they had that I didn't. It seemed like an unattainable dream, something reserved for a lucky few. One day I hit my breaking point. I couldn't take it anymore. The constant stress, the feeling of being stuck, the endless cycle of worry and frustration. I knew something had to change, but I didn't know where to start. I felt like I was at the end of my rope, with no idea how to climb back up. I remember staring at my bank balance, a measly $42.53, and thinking, this is it. This is rock bottom. I can't go any lower than this. It was a wake-up call, a moment of clarity that shook me to my core. I realized that if I didn't make a change, I would be stuck in this cycle forever. I can't live like this anymore. I refused to accept that this was all there was for me. I knew I had to take control of my life and my future. It was time to stop feeling sorry for myself and start taking action. I had to find a way to turn things around, no matter how difficult it might be. That's when something inside me shifted. I felt a spark of determination, a glimmer of hope. I started to believe that maybe, just maybe, I could change my situation. I began to brainstorm ideas, to think about what I could do to improve my life. It was the first step on a long journey, but it was a step in the right direction. I decided I was done complaining, done making excuses. I was tired of feeling powerless, of letting my circumstances dictate my life. I knew it wouldn't be easy, but I was ready to fight for the life I wanted. I was ready to take responsibility for my future and make the changes necessary to achieve my goals. It was time to get scrappy and create the life I craved. I started to educate myself, to learn everything I could about business and finance. I reached out to mentors, joined online communities, and immersed myself in the world of entrepreneurship. It was a challenging journey, but every step brought me closer to the life I had always dreamed of. And if I could do it, so can you. I knew I needed to make money, and fast, but how? I had zero capital to invest and honestly, no clue where to even begin. Then, I remembered a friend who was making a killing selling vintage clothes online. She'd find amazing pieces at thrift stores and resell them for a profit. A light bulb went off. I had always loved fashion and had a knack for finding unique pieces. Maybe I could do this too. The best part? I didn't need any fancy equipment or a storefront, just my phone, a good eye, and the willingness to hustle. I started small. I raided my own closet for clothes I no longer wore and listed them on online marketplaces. To my surprise, things started selling. I reinvested every dollar I made back into my little side hustle. I'd hit up thrift stores, consignment shops, and even yard sales, searching for hidden gems. My tiny bedroom transformed into my office, my photo studio, and my shipping department. It wasn't glamorous, but it was mine. Section 4, from one sale to a steady stream. As my inventory grew, so did my online presence. I learned everything I could about marketing, photography, and customer service. I engaged with potential buyers, answered questions promptly, and went the extra mile to create a positive experience. Word of mouth spread, and soon I had a loyal following of customers who loved my unique finds and personalized service. My little bedroom business was booming. Section 5, the power of free tools and resources. You know what's amazing? In this digital age, we have access to a treasure trove of free tools and resources. I learned to leverage social media platforms, online marketplaces, and free design tools to grow my business without spending a dime. I taught myself how to take eye-catching photos, write compelling product descriptions, and navigate the world of online marketing. There are countless free tutorials, articles, and online communities out there just waiting to be discovered. Section 6. My unconventional business lessons. Starting my business from scratch with nothing but my own two hands and a whole lot of hustle taught me some invaluable lessons. These lessons weren't just about making money or growing a business. They were about personal growth, resilience, and the power of creativity. I learned that the journey is just as important as the destination, and every setback is an opportunity to learn and improve. Resourcefulness is key. When you have limited resources, you learn to get creative and resourceful. I remember using old cardboard boxes as makeshift shelves and repurposing household items to create a functional workspace. This not only saved money but also sparked a sense of innovation that became a cornerstone of my business philosophy. It's amazing what you can achieve when you look at things from a different perspective and use what you have at your disposal. Don't be afraid to think outside the box and find unconventional solutions. Some of the best ideas come from the most unexpected places. I often found myself brainstorming in the shower or while taking a walk, and those moments of clarity led to some of my most successful projects. Embrace the unconventional and let your creativity flow freely. Remember, innovation often comes from breaking the mold and challenging the status quo. Embrace the power of free. There's a wealth of free information and tools available online. Take advantage of them. From online courses to free software, the internet is a treasure trove of resources that can help you learn new skills and improve your business. I spent countless hours watching tutorials, reading articles, and participating in online forums. This not only expanded my knowledge, but also connected me with a community of like-minded individuals who were on similar journeys. Action beats inaction every time. Stop overthinking and just start. It's easy to get caught up in planning and perfectionism, but the truth is nothing happens until you take that first step. I learned that taking action, even if it's imperfect, is far more valuable than waiting for the perfect moment. Each step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goals. So pick up the phone, send that email, launch that project. Just do it. The more you do, the more you learn and grow. Every mistake is a lesson, and every failure is a stepping stone to success. I made plenty of mistakes along the way, but each one taught me something valuable. Whether it was a failed marketing campaign or a product that didn't sell, I used those experiences to refine my approach and improve my business. Growth comes from doing, experimenting, and learning from every experience. Believe in yourself. Starting a business can be tough, but you've got this. Self-doubt is a natural part of the journey, but it's important to push through it and trust in your abilities. I had moments where I questioned my decisions and felt overwhelmed, but I reminded myself of my strengths and the progress I had made. Confidence is built through experience and perseverance, so keep going and believe in your potential. Believe in your abilities and never give up on your dreams. Success doesn't come overnight, and the road can be long and challenging, but with determination, hard work, and a belief in yourself, you can achieve great things. Celebrate your milestones, no matter how small, and keep your eyes on the bigger picture. Your dreams are worth pursuing, and every step you take brings you closer to making them a reality. Section 7. Your turn, start today, not tomorrow. Look, I get it, starting a business can feel daunting, especially when you're starting from zero. The idea of diving into the unknown can be overwhelming, and the fear of failure can paralyze you before you even begin. But here's the thing, every successful entrepreneur started somewhere. They all face the same fears and uncertainties that you are facing right now. But trust me, it's possible. You don't need a fancy degree, a ton of money, or even a business plan, at least not at first. What you need is a clear vision of what you want to achieve and the courage to take the first step. Start small with what you have and build from there. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither will your business be. It's about consistent effort and learning as you go. What you do need is passion, determination, and the willingness to put in the work. Passion will keep you going when things get tough, determination will help you overcome obstacles, and hard work will turn your dreams into reality. It's not going to be easy, but nothing worth having ever is. Embrace the journey, with all its ups and downs, and keep your eyes on the prize. So, what are you waiting for? What skills or talents do you have that you can turn into a side hustle? Think about what you enjoy doing, what you're good at, and how you can provide value to others. Maybe you're great at graphic design, or perhaps you have a knack for writing. Whatever it is, there's someone out there who needs your skills. What problem can you solve for others? The world is your oyster. Identify a need in the market and think about how you can fill that gap. It could be something as simple as offering tutoring services, or as complex as developing a new app. The key is to start somewhere and keep moving forward. Go out there and make your dreams a reality. Now go get them. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Take that step today, not tomorrow. Your future self will thank you for it. So gear up, stay focused, and let your entrepreneurial spirit soar. The world is waiting for what you have to offer. Now go out there and make it happen.